The film begins in a majestic kingdom known as Mele, where various animals live in peace and harmony. King Simba gathers all the animals to deliver joyous news, a revelation that will change their lives. He announces that his family is growing, as he and Nala have been blessed with a child, honoring the circle of life. After the announcement, Nala seeks a place to rest, feeling very tired. The scene then shifts to Pumbaa and Timon approaching Simba. As close friends, Simba asks them to be more mature and to refrain from childish behavior, reminding them not to scare his daughter, Kiara. Simba plans a short journey, and Nala and Kiara come to bid him an emotional farewell. After Simba departs, Pumbaa and Timon try to entertain Kiara with their humorous stories about how they defeated Scar. However, Kiara innocently remarks that it was actually her father who defeated Scar. Their storytelling is interrupted by a loud thunderclap that frightens Kiara. Pumbaa and Timon try to comfort her, and fortunately, Rafiki arrives to soothe Kiara. Rafiki shares that Simba also experienced fear as a child. He recalls how Kiara's legendary grandfather, Mufasa, once took Simba to the top of Pride Rock to teach him how to roar. Kiara admits that she doesn't feel as brave as her father or grandfather, prompting Rafiki to tell another story. This tale takes us back to Mufasa's childhood when he and his parents enjoyed the beauty of the world. They sang a hopeful song, but their happiness was disrupted by a great flood. In the chaos, Mufasa's parents did everything they could to protect him. From the edge of a cliff, his father firmly told him to flee despite the shrinking time. Confused and scared, Mufasa doubted his ability to save himself. As he tried to reach his mother, a large elephant collided with him, causing Mufasa to slip and be carried away by the flood's strong currents. Rafiki continues, explaining that the flood swept Mufasa far from his parents and even beyond his kingdom's borders. Mufasa eventually found himself stranded on a floating log, searching for a way out. He met a young lion named Taka, the son of King Abasi. Curious, Taka asked Mufasa's name, and the two started a conversation. Taka revealed that he had a secret, but was initially reluctant to share it. When Mufasa insisted, Taka confessed that he feared being eaten by a crocodile. Hearing this, Mufasa panicked because he couldn't swim. He struggled to reach the shore, and Taka tried to help him. Their efforts seemed futile, and hope dwindled until Taka's mother, Ash, appeared. She roared loudly, scaring off the crocodile and saving both cubs. Afterward, Ash scolded Taka sternly, reminding him not to talk to strangers. Taka defended himself, explaining that he only came down to drink water and accidentally saw Mufasa floating nearby. Taka introduced Mufasa to his mother, but she remained cold, stating that King Abasi would not accept strangers into their group. Mufasa explained that he wasn't a stranger but a cub separated from his family by the Great Flood. After hearing his story, Ash agreed to bring him home. When they stood before King Abasi, Mufasa was introduced. However, King Abasi declared that outsiders were not welcome in their group, emphasizing that only lions of the same bloodline could live among them. He added that Taka, as the future king, must protect their lineage. The name Mufasa unsettled King Abasi because it meant king. When Mufasa claimed to be the fastest cub, as his mother had said, King Abasi proposed a race to prove his claim. If Mufasa won against Taka, he could stay. If he lost, he would be considered a threat and expelled. Taka and Mufasa prepared for the race, and the pride watched with anticipation. However, Mufasa, exhausted from hunger and a long day, struggled to keep up. Despite this, Taka decided to slow down. He walked alongside Mufasa and confided that he always wished for a brother. Taka then deliberately let Mufasa win. Much to his father's anger and disappointment. Conversely, his mother felt proud of Taka's actions. After the race, Taka and Mufasa explored the territory together, deepening their friendship. A song about brotherhood accompanied their journey. Over time, the two cubs grew into young lions, maintaining their playful bond. King Abbasi's anger, however, remained. He firmly declared that Mufasa would never be part of their family, believing he would betray them one day. Despite this, Taka refused to believe his father's words. Meanwhile, Taka's mother accepted Mufasa as her own, teaching him advanced hunting techniques that made him stand out. She believed in Mufasa's potential, including his extraordinary sense of smell. One day, while hunting with Taka's mother, danger lurked in the shadows. Suddenly, they were attacked by a large white lion. Taka managed to escape, but Mufasa showed great courage, fighting one of the white lions and saving Taka's mother from harm. After the battle, they returned home, exhausted. Taka's mother expressed her gratitude to Mufasa, stating that she wouldn't have survived without his help. News of the attack reached King Abbasi, who decided to warn his pride, emphasizing the need to prepare for the looming threat. Meanwhile, the scene shifted to the White Lion territory, where their ruthless king, Kairos, received a report from one of his warriors. The soldier reported that Mufasa was responsible for the king's son's death with a parting gesture. Amid the chaos, Taka felt guilty for previously leaving his mother in danger. However, King Abbasi refused to believe the story, accusing Taka of lying. He emphasized that the most important thing now was to protect their bloodline. Soon after, the soldiers sent by King Abbasi to investigate returned with news supporting Mufasa's warning. This made King Abbasi realize that the threat was real and that they needed to take action to protect their group. King Abbasi decided to send his son away to start a new life. He asked Mufasa to accompany Taka as his protector, with an oath of eternal loyalty. Initially, Mufasa refused, but after Ash spoke with him and gave him confidence, he finally agreed. With tears in his eyes, Taka apologized to his mother for leaving her in danger. They bid an emotional farewell before Mufasa and Taka set off on their journey, leaving Ash behind. Meanwhile, King Abbasi confronted King Kairos, who firmly declared his ambition to become the sole supreme ruler. Kairos insisted there was no room for two leaders and that the circle of pride was now broken. King Abbasi ultimately realized he had no way out. Elsewhere, Mufasa and Taka continued their journey, but the shadow of white lions suddenly appeared, chasing them. Cornered at the edge of a cliff with no escape, Mufasa quickly pushed Taka off the edge, where he fortunately landed safely below. One of the white lions attempted to follow but was suddenly caught by a crocodile emerging from the river, dragging the predator into the water. The river's current carried Mufasa and Taka to safety. On their journey, Mufasa and Taka met a lion tamer named Surabi. She revealed that she was searching for survivors. A bird named Vasu also appeared, informing them that Surabi was actually a princess sent by her father to protect herself during the journey. Elsewhere, a young Rafiki was shown to possess extraordinary talents such as foresight, communication with insects, and even healing abilities. However, these gifts caused Rafiki to be ostracized by his community. When they decided to exile him, a young monkey tried to convince Rafiki to stay, but Rafiki chose to leave, feeling it was time to part ways. During his travels, he met Mufasa and his companions. Rafiki showed no fear toward Mufasa, surprising him. The four then continued their journey together. Rafiki often shared his wisdom with Mufasa. In one of these moments, Mufasa confessed his fears, not only of water but also of his dreams, in which he felt his parents' presence. Rafiki assured him that his parents' presence would always be felt. As the journey progressed, Mufasa used his sharp sense of smell to warn of dangers as they were still being pursued by King Kairos, who refused to give up. During a break, Taka talked to Mufasa about his feelings for Surabi. Mufasa advised him to approach her calmly and talk about the things she liked. Taka soon approached Surabi and awkwardly commented that she smelled like duck flowers. Their conversation was interrupted by the arrival of white lions from the valley. Mufasa quickly tried to convince a nearby herd of elephants to help fight, but Surabi came up with a clever idea. She pushed a beehive toward the elephants, causing the bees to attack in chaos. The panicked elephants charged the white lions, forcing them to retreat. Amid the chaos, Mufasa saved Surabi, who was severely injured. When Surabi regained consciousness, she wanted to know who had saved her. Mufasa quickly claimed that it was Taka who had rescued her. Hearing this lie, Taka chose to accept it without protest, silently grateful to Mufasa. Later that night, Mufasa dreamed of his mother. The warmth and words of his mother in the dream brought back memories of his lost home. Upon waking, Mufasa decided to make a plan to ensure they could reach their destination safely. His plan involved preventing the white lions from tracking them through scent or footprints. Vasu offered to help and quickly covered their tracks with snow.
It's the frozen mountain.
Meanwhile, the white lions realized their tactic, but Vasu acted quickly to warn Mufasa, giving them time to rest for the night. As night deepened, Surabi approached Mufasa. With calmness, she looked at him and revealed that she knew who had truly saved her. She was aware that it was Mufasa, not Taka, who had risked his life for her. During this conversation, Taka, secretly listening, felt his heart fill with jealousy and anger. In his sorrow, he wandered off alone, singing a song about his feelings. Taka accidentally slipped and fell, finding himself face to face with King Kairos. Taka, feeling betrayed by Mufasa, told King Kairos that Mufasa was responsible for his son's death. He even swore to bring Mufasa to them and lead them into battle. The next morning, Taka returned to the group as if nothing had happened, claiming he had gone hunting. They finally arrived at Male, a beautiful paradise full of abundant water, lush greenery, and thriving wildlife. However, the white lion forces soon arrived. King Kairos ordered his lions to seek out their enemies. Kairos declared that his primary target was Mufasa, revealing that Taka's trail had led them there. Mufasa refused to believe this, but Taka confessed. He firmly stated that Mufasa had stolen his destiny and had always been the chosen one, just as their mother had favored Mufasa over him. Mufasa attempted to escape, but was soon attacked by the white lion forces. Cornered, he was pushed into a cave. An epic battle ensued as Mufasa fought Kairos within the cave, while Taka watched from a distance. After an exhausting fight, Kairos nearly defeated Mufasa. However, the voice of Taka's mother echoed in his mind, reminding him that the time had come to become a hero. Realizing that his brother needed his help, Taka finally stepped in and saved Mufasa. Their fierce battle continued until a flood surged into the cave, separating everyone. Amid the chaos, a large boulder fell, crushing Kairos and ending his reign. Exhausted, Mufasa struggled to escape the cave. Taka, hesitant at first, ultimately helped him. When they finally emerged, Surabi gazed at Mufasa from a distance but left without saying a word. As Mufasa appeared before the other animals, they all bowed respectfully, hailing him as the Lion King of Mel. The moment was filled with emotion as Mufasa's mother appeared, and they were joyfully reunited. However, their happiness was soon disrupted by the news of Mufasa's father's death. Taka then pleaded for forgiveness, but the animals decided to exile him. Despite his reluctance to let his brother go without a home, Mufasa declared that from that moment on, Taka would be known as Scar. The story shifts back to the present, where Pumbaa and Timon praise Rafiki for the tale. Shortly after, Simba arrives with joyful news about the birth of Kiara's younger brother. There, Kiara promises to wholeheartedly care for and protect their new family member. And thus, the story comes to an end.